doctorate in education. I didn't want to be a teacher, so that didn't really track for me. Friends, again. Friends will get you into a lot of stuff. Some of it good, some of it. Anyway, I had a friend who was in graduate school at University of Massachusetts. At that time, they had a very avant-garde curriculum called urban education. They had an urban education center where they had finally, at an academic place, decided that to teach urban children, teachers needed to be trained differently. Hello. So they said, look, Sesame Street is an urban show. Could you come up, show a few film clips, and just talk about the show? Because we're going to have, this guy was so, his name's Dwight Allen. This guy was so amazing. He was going to give one grad credit, or undergrad credit, one credit if you went to everything from Monday to Friday and wrote a reflection paper. You could get a course credit for it. Well, the kids were in there, boy. All they had to do was come to these lectures, write a reflection paper on what they had seen. Well, nobody expected for people to be as interested in Sesame Street as they were. Now, we came on in 69, so this had to be 70, because I graduated in 73. So this was 70. Okay. So, yeah, my friend says, well, I'll drive you and come on, and, you know, there are not many black people up here, and you got to represent, come on up here, you know, what friends will do to you. So I said, yeah, okay. So they gave me some film clips and sent me to Amherst. Not knowing that there was so much interest, the auditorium filled up, and then they had to do a whole lot of overflow rooms and broadcast at closed circuit, and there was this big to-do. Okay, so here I am. It's still 69. I'm still big hair, short skirts, no show tunes, film clips. Okay. So I'm talking along, and with my naivete, I tell the truth that I'm very happy to hear that there's finally a university that is addressing that teachers teaching in the inner city need to be trained differently than the traditional way. And I said, and somebody from the audience said, well, do you think that you were trained properly? And I said, no, I wasn't. And I said, and most colleges of education don't do a good job at all. All of a sudden, you know how little kids will go, ooh, like that? I used to hear that a lot when I was teaching 7th grade, and the principal was standing out in the hall watching me, and I didn't see her, but the kids did. So this whole auditorium goes, ooh. So now I do like this, and this guy is coming out of the wings. I don't know him from Adam. Dwight Allen, the head of the Urban Ed Center. And he comes walking up. I said, oh, great, he's going to take my mic. And so I just stood there like this. And he said, so you don't think most schools do a good job teaching people to be urban ed teachers? And now, look, I'm not invested. They ain't paying me, no way. I said, no, I don't, as a matter of fact. And he said, well, I'm going to throw down the gauntlet. Why don't you come up here and help us if you think you can do a better job? And see, I was dumb enough to say, okay. So that's why I'm saying, I'm saying life happens to me. I don't happen to it. You know, in my naivete, and you're young, and I said, yeah, okay. And he hired me to teach classes and do an independent study. I got course credit for doing what I do. And he ran a whole center with competency-based people. He went out and found people to teach that were already doing what he felt needed to be taught. So I taught using technology as a way of reaching inner city children. And I used Sesame Street as a model. And that's what I wrote my dissertation on. But plan to go to graduate school? Are you kidding me? And leave Thursday night from the studio and ride on the bus to Amherst. I tried driving once and wanted to mail my car home, so I figured that's not a good idea, because you get up there and then how you get back home. So I took graduate classes all day Fridays, which tended to be my day off.
Now, what did you, in terms of when you were teaching, did you talk to the producers and the research department at Sesame Street to help you formulate what you were going to teach?
They helped me a lot. There was a lot of research that was already done about the show, and Evelyn Payne Davis, as I told you, she sat me down at her cottage and she told me all kinds of things about outreach, and she was very helpful. And then we have the best board of advisors in the world, James Comer and Alvin Poussant and James McVicker Hunt and Chet Pierce, all these heavy-duty folks that were on our advisory board, shepherded me through. And the best one was Norma Jean Anderson, who is also Bill Cosby's graduate sponsor. She made the best commitment. She said, if you enroll, I promise to see you through. That's a big commitment. You don't even realize it at the time.